It's now time for Trivia Tracks with yours truly, Price Robertson. This edition of Trivia Tracks is brought to you by Washita Valley Respiratory Care, where you can breathe a little easier, and Beth Smith at Edward Jones. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Those of you who've seen the 1939 movie The Women are probably wanting to learn some facts about the 2008 remake. Here they are. Like the original, the remake has an all-female cast. The painting in the restaurant scene features Courtney Love and Anna Nicole Smith. Blythe Danner, Marissa Tomei, Queen Latifah, Whitney Houston, Ashley Judd, and Sandra Bullock were all in the running for various parts in the film. In the late 1970s, a remake of the 1939 classic was proposed to star Jane Fonda, Barbra Streisand, and Faye Dunaway, but it never reached production stage. In the original, the only scene shot in color was the fashion show sequence. In this version, the scene set in the dressing rooms of Saks utilizes black and white costumes and art direction. According to Diane English, who directed the film, the project was in development from the first draft to the final green light for 15 years. Candice Bergen, who had earlier starred as TV's Murphy Brown, created by Diane English, previously played Meg Ryan's mother in 1981's Rich and Famous. This was actually the second remake of The Women. The first was 1956 musical The Opposite Sex, in which June Allison, Joan Collins, Dolores Gray, Barbara Jo Allen, a.k.a. Vera Vague, Alice Pierce, Joan Blondell, Agnes Borhead, Carolyn Jones, and Sandy Desher played the roles enacted in the 2008 version by, respectively, Meg Ryan, Eva Mendes, Annette Bening, Carrie Fisher, Debbie Mazar, Deborah Messing, Bette Midler, Annika Steyer, and India Inenga. This was the film debut of Vivian B. Stevens, Alicia Seymour, Dawn Newman, Kemi Johnson, Danielle Perry, and Maya Ree Sanchez. While the project was in development, Julia Roberts and Meg Ryan were set to star. The production stalled because Roberts and Ryan ended up wanting the same role. For a scene projected to be shot in the Boston Public Library, it was suggested that all the portraits and busts of men be replaced with those of women. However, the location was never used. The daughters of Edie, played by Deborah Messing, are named January, April, May, and June. The last three are also the names of Daisy Duck's nieces. There is much discussion of women undergoing facelifts in the film, to which many critics pointed ironically as Candice Bergen, Annette Bening, and Meg Ryan had all obviously gotten cosmetic surgery prior to shooting. Bergen's character actually has a facelift in the film, leading to the humorous scene in which Ryan is forced to wade through a sea of plaster cast faces in a post-surgery recovery unit before identifying her mother among them. Till next time, I'm Price Robertson. Amazed by today's trivia? Then join me every Monday through Friday morning for Trivia Tracks on Fox Sports Camden 97.1.